Yvonne here, succession planning expert, executive coach, and the creator of Succession App. Today I'm going to give you 10 strategies to find board members. Finding new board members is one of the toughest challenges a board can have. I actually know some boards that have kept seats open for over a year trying to find board members. And this is especially true if you are a non-for-profit board or a not-for-profit cooperative and you don't pay your board members. Some of my clients actually have had to ask people to come back and serve on the board again until they could find board members. That's why board succession planning is so important, but we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But what I want to give you today are 10 strategies that you could try to help you find new board members. So let's go through the 10. First of all, you can advertise the search on your website. Second, you can ask your current directors for names. Now you do have to be a little bit careful here when you're talking about asking your current board members for names. You don't want to get a lot of people from the same organization, for example, or a lot of people with the same skill set. So you do want to have some diversity in your board, obviously. And so you do want to be careful, but board members are a good source of knowing other people who might be good board members. Third, form a recruiting or search committee. And the function of this committee would be to help you find potential board members for the future. Fourth, ask the CEO or executive director for potential names of board members. And this can be a little controversial. Some board members feel like, well, if we ask the CEO or the executive director, they'll give us names of their friends and they'll stack the board with their friends. And actually this can work the other way around. Sometimes board members can try to stack the board with their friends as well, and cliques can start forming. So you do have to be careful. On either end, you do have to do the vetting that's appropriate. Fifth, hold a director job fair. Now, this might sound kind of weird, but I do have clients who held job fairs for directors. So what they really mean by that is they would open up they usually have it at their organization, and they would invite the public, anybody who might be interested in being on the board, to the organization. All the board members would be there. The potential board members could talk to them about what it's like being on the board, how much time it takes, all of those types of things. And actually, one of my clients found 8 potential board members that way, and kept them on a list. And every year kind of renewed their interest in being on the board. And as board members were leaving, they would vet them a little bit more and then potentially add them to the board. So that's a really good strategy for finding new board members. The sixth one is announce on your social media pages that you're looking for board members. What I hear a lot is that we'd like to get younger people involved on our board, and using social media can help us do that. 7, encourage volunteers from other committees. So let's say that your organization has volunteers from the community on different committees. You may want to encourage some of those people to apply for a position on your board of directors because they already know your organization and people know them as well. 8, targeted mail campaign. One of my clients did this really recently. What he did was, he's the board chair, and what he did was he thought, okay, these are the competencies we're looking for. We did a board succession plan with them. These are the competencies we're looking for. And so which companies would have people that fit these competencies? And he actually sent a formal letter from the board chair to the company asking if any of their executives might be interested in being on the board. 9, do a search on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional social media organization, and if you're looking for particular competencies, experiences, skills, you can search, and you could also search for board member experience as well, and potentially get some people interested. 10, use a search firm. You might think that search firms are generally used for like executive positions, but more and more I'm seeing with people having trouble trying to find new board members that they're reaching out to these search firms. There aren't that many of them, but there are some of them out there that can help you find board members. So in addition to trying these 10 strategies, I'd like you also to be sure you're picking the competencies that you want represented on your board, figuring out where your gaps are, and also anticipating when people might be leaving your board, and then always being on the lookout for new board members. If you're interested in finding out how ready your organization is for succession planning, I've included a link below for you to take a free quiz to find out your board readiness score. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below to get information on succession planning, what you need to know.